Giving it to fucking Elias. I am giving that performance to Elias. But
Elias was pretty great.
He opened the fucking chamber with his little performance all the way until he came out of the chamber whenever Braun was after him, and he fucking shut the door and stayed on in there.
He's like,
I thought that was great writing on their part.
I'm always ready to walk with Elias.
Hey, dude, I'm calling this 5 years. 5 years. Fucking maybe 2 years down the road, maybe even, if not 1. We need to see Elias and Rollins as a tag team.
That could be solid.
They're fucking twins.
There's something there.
Elias is a bigger, taller version of Seth. That's it. But I mean, they would be a. I mean, you got the high flying, the speed of Rollins. You got the power and everything of Elias.
Well,
they look exactly the same, which is pretty comical in of itself.
I don't know if you've watched any of Elias's amateur stuff, but he's actually quite the high flyer himself.
I'm gonna have to look into this.
Yeah, you'll need to research it. He can do some crazy shit. I'm not saying he's damn near anywhere close to Rollins, but I mean he's got definitely the arsenal. He's got the moveset.
WWE's got to get rid of the reins and just let them go.
Let's go to the disappointment that we've all known about since April of last year. Whenever they started putting shit together for WrestleMania this year, we all fucking knew going into that match that Roman fucking Reigns was gonna fucking win it.
Mm-hmm. And what sucks is they built up fucking Braun Strowman the entire match. He eliminated 5 of their guys.
You had Seth Rollins on the week before that go an hour and 5 minutes in a gauntlet match. Mm-hmm. He holds the record down for the longest match ever held on Raw for one competitor.
1 hour and 5 minutes.
1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm not too sure of the seconds on that, so I'm not going to even try. But that entire fucking gauntlet match was phenomenal. It took up 2 hours of Raw. But in most cases, like usually I'm watching Raw and like I flip around for the first 2 hours. I was glued to the fucking TV during that. I expected the same thing going into the Elimination Chamber. With the time they went on and the time they ended, I expected it to be a knockdown drag out all the way through. Of course, we all knew Roman was going to win. Fucking whatever. I mean, it's a case of Vince trying to give everybody fucking what's an eating disorder? He's trying to give everybody anorexia with Roman Reigns by shoving him down his throat and making him puke.
That's bulimia.
Well, call me Captain. I don't fucking know.
Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't happy about the ending of that match.
But we all saw it. We all saw it, but yeah.
But after watching Raw,
fast forward.
After watching Raw, maybe I'm changing my mind. I don't know. Maybe there's something to this Roman Reigns character.
I mean, that promo he put on about Brock.
Okay, cut everybody up to speed in case you missed it. We come to Monday Night Raw. Fucking Brock Lesnar's supposed to be there, but Brock had been out the night before with Dana White. I guess they were doing negotiations as far as his fucking UFC contract or whatever bullshit he's going to fail steroids for again next time. And he no-showed Raw. It was, from what I've read, different reports, and I mean, we can go Dave Metzler, whatever you want to, whoever, anybody that said it. It was supposed to be a big segment. It was supposed to be, one of the highlights of the night. And then Brock fucking no-shows Raw. So what else are they left to do but give Roman Reigns a live mic and see what the man can actually pull off?
Then he goes bad on Brock Lesnar.
Real bad.
As much as I have to say I hate fucking Roman Reigns, the man pulled it off.
Yes.
Whether it was scripted or not, we'll never know.
If you can give me more of that, more often than the bland, unemotional promos that Roman Reigns gives me.
This is my yard.
And if he will stop doing that fucking stupid ass Superman punch, maybe I can buy into Roman Reigns.
I sat here at the end of the pay-per-view and I called it and I was like, Superman punch, spear, Superman punch, pin, win. I mean, it's so fucking predictable. He is the new John Cena. He's got. Does he have the 5 moves of doom? He's got the Superman punch. He's got the spear. He's got the power bomb that we'll count that as a shield move, but still he uses it whenever he can. Other than that, his shit's kind of limited.
He's extremely limited. So maybe he starts to work with his uncle a little more.
Yeah. Tell the nigga to call The Rock and let's get some shit going. Hell, even let him work with the Usos for a little bit. That's family shit. They can show him something.
I'm sure Nia could probably show him some shit too.
I don't care if he worked with Rikishi. Start doing the big stink. I don't give a fuck.
Let him do the stink face. I'd be down for that. That'd bring a pop.
But if he could just do more on the mic, if he could change up his moveset, quit cocking your fucking arm and getting Vince McMahon off every time you fucking do it, there's something there.
He's got a minor level of charisma. Why Vince sees so much in him that nobody else apparently seems to be able to see it, I don't know.
It's a typical Vince move. He's a tall, good-looking Samoan guy.
And he's jacked.
He's jacked to the fucking gills.
And he's under all sorts of investigation for steroid use.
He's also juiced to the fucking gills. But
that's why juice versus juice at WrestleMania.
It's no secret that Vince loves his big guys.
Yep.
He has been known to push guys with literally no mic skill,
They just got the look.
They can't work for shit, but they got the look.
And it is. And I mean, you look at it, John Cena is the only man that's ever came through there. He has the mic skills. He has the fucking wrestling skills. Which didn't start off that way.
No.
He had to take years of criticism before he eventually developed a fucking moveset outside of the 5 moves of doom.
And now, he is hilarious on the mic.
Oh, yeah, he's very good. He's never been bad on the mic. Ever.
He's not rock funny on the mic, but he's funny.
Yeah, he's good. He gets your attention. He draws it in and he keeps it. In the ring, it's a big match, John. You know he's going over. You know he's going to do something out of the ordinary just to keep the haters paying attention to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I still can't. I couldn't put him in my top 25 if I wanted to, but
now this may be blasphemous. I don't know. Maybe I could piss some people off. I'm not sure, but Roman Reigns to me reminds me a lot of the Ultimate Warrior. Big, strong guy. He talked, but it didn't make any fucking sense. Nobody knew what the Ultimate Warrior was saying. He couldn't wrestle for shit. He was stiff as fuck. He had a couple moves.
I'm going to disagree with you on one point. Roman Reigns doesn't have face paint. That would make him a lot cooler if he wore face paint instead of that stupid fucking armored vest.
Fair. No, if he put on some face paint, had some frilly streamers on his arm, he would be the Ultimate Warrior.
Turn him into the new Umaga. I mean, I'm not saying I wish he died, but
I actually miss Umaga.
I really do miss Umaga. That dude was a fucking beast.
Give me that thumb poke of death.
I'm telling you, man. You put a fat guy in some tights and a little bit of face paint on him, you got a bad motherfucker right there. You remember that time you fucking took off running across those tables and fucking speared John Cena and fucking took out that last fucking announce table?
Yes.
Gold. That was fucking gold. And what do you got with fucking Roman Reigns doing? Triple power bomb. Hoo-ah! It's just...
let me just Superman punch you 8 fucking times in a row, spear you 6 times, then I'll pin you and win this match.
That's another reason I don't think he gets over is because he has to fucking repetitively do his finishers to make them work.
For them to work.
Because everybody knows a Superman punch is weak as shit.
But... well, one of the problems with that is that in this day and age, a finisher's not a fucking finisher unless it's done 3 times.
Everybody
kicks out everybody's fucking finisher. That's not
John Cena always kicks out it too.
But you don't kick out the AA.
Oh, I've seen it kicked out of many times.
Yeah, I know.
Many times.
I mean, it makes sense if Braun Strowman's kicking out of shit. He's this mountain of a fucking
He's
man.
a gigantic fucking monster.
Whenever, don't get me wrong, Seth Rollins, I love, he's amazing. But whenever he's kicking out of somebody's clean finisher, Like, what's the point of having the fucking finisher? Like, I don't.
You can't really call it.
Nobody sells. Nobody sells for shit.
Oh, that's one of the things we're going to see coming up here. It's going to be interesting. I want to see how they use Ricochet. Because I don't know if y'all have watched the matches between Ricochet and Will Ospreay from the Indies. A lot of people criticize them, saying, no, they're not selling. All they're doing is acrobats and shit like that. Those are some of the most well put together fucking matches I have seen. And I've watched wrestling since I was 5 years old, and I'm 32. That's some of the most well put together matches I've seen in decades. They might be doing a lot of fucking flips and shit.
Yeah.
But the choreography, the precision, and everything as well as that, it's a modern era, man. And that's a different thing that they're doing, and it draws attention, and it's going to be good.
It's a different type of wrestling. Itself. It's choreography, high spots, and it makes for a spectacle. But
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really follow the traditional formula of what makes a great match.
And see, I feel like with Vince, he is all about traditional. That's why the whole cruiserweight division's on their own. I mean, there's a lot of those guys that could have been brought up to the main roster, and they could have been fucking stars.
Well, he's built an empire on tradition.
Yeah, and that's what he does.
So
but you got Triple H taking control of 205 Live now, and it has skyrocketed.
Yes.
I mean, the quality of matches now are just... It's back to the Cruiserweight Classic.
It's running off an NXT format where they're allowed to, kind of break out of the boundaries and do different things. And, I mean, one of the things... This is another thing I want to get into, and... you kind of brought it up the other day saying you saw a video of it on What Culture, and I watched it, and it didn't really reflect my opinion on what's going to happen, but we need to start thinking about this because we were taking bets on it. We need to figure out what's going to happen with the WWE once Vince McMahon dies, because I'm going out on a limb. I'm going out on a limb right now. I don't wish death upon anybody, especially not somebody as a creative genius as that.
Someone that's been in such a big part of our lives
especially as senile as he's becoming to be.
Yeah,
I hate to admit it, but he really is.
The entire wrestling landscape would not be what it is today
if it weren't for that man.
For Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it really wouldn't. But the man should have stepped down at least 10 years ago.
Yeah,
fair.
Triple H needs the reins. We see what he can do with the NXT. The cruiserweights, it can bring the ratings, the views that WWE used to have and has been losing over the past, God knows how long it's been going on now.
I've got to contradict you on that. But I do want to talk, coming off of this, I do want to talk what we think is going to happen with the WWE whenever Vince McMahon does die. But with what you're saying as far as Triple H bringing back up the ratings and everything like that, we're not going to have the ratings we used to see. We're not going to have the matches we used to see. We're not going to have the caliber athletes we used to see. We're not going to have that WWE fucking WCW era until there is another competitor that's going to fucking boost them as much as WCW was boosting WWE. Right now, though, we're starting to look at it. New Japan's coming across seas. They're running a special in March. This is their second time. Every time they've been here so far, they've sold out. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I even bought their version of WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom. Fucking amazing from start to finish. I can honestly tell you that I would rather watch something with a layout like that any day of the week than what they do with WrestleMania.
That's fair. Okay. I can see that. I mean, they're making their way. They're coming to America more and more and more.
It's taken years.
And, if it wasn't for Dixie Carter, you would have already had some legitimate competition because TNA at one point was really making major headway.
And I'm not even going to say not just Dixie Carter, but I think that's when Jeff Jarrett started to fall. Oh, that brings me to another subject, but we'll get on that in a minute. Well, we'll try to close out on that.
He was already out. Whenever it started going to shit, he was already going and trying to build Global Force.
Yeah.
Dixie had taken over completely as creative control. And then you got stupid shit like the Main Event Mafia.
I thought it was a good concept. At first, yes.
But then they ran it into the fucking ground. And it was cool seeing the band back together. And at one point, even the band was
literally back together.
Literally called the band. And that was all well and good, but